I know, it's hard, it's different, right? It's so different. Yeah. So ladies, we're going to start with legs at the wall. So if you want to move it more towards, if you want your legs like up here or in the door, wherever is fine. So yeah, just get your hips as close as you can. So we'll do it that way. We'll be here for maybe 5-6 minutes, guys. So get really comfortable. We're going to connect to our breath in this way. And if you want a pillow under your head, there's pillows within reach, I think. Give yourself a moment to settle in. I'm going to come over. Let me know if this feels okay. If it's too much, put this on your feet.
No, no.
You like that? Okay, good. So there's that. Julia, I'm going to put it on your feet. Tell me if you like it or not. Good. All right, guys. Made it here through traffic, through the day, through the pandemic. We're back together again. We're going to focus on our heart tonight. The heart is associated with the air element. And we just had a solar eclipse. And I'm not an astrology guru by any means at all, but it was in the sign of Gemini, which is an air sign. And Gemini is ruled by the twins. So we can think of it as those two parts of us that might seem like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Yeah. So I think tonight we can tune into the air element. And we can think about, imagine those twins. Let's imagine they're wolves. There's a story about this grandfather telling the grandson that, you know, you have two wolves inside of you, and one has some negative thoughts and doesn't say very nice things, and the other one is encouraging, empowering. And the grandson says, well, which one wins? And the grandfather says, whichever one you feed. So maybe tonight we can just become aware on a subtle level of the sometimes maybe conflicting energies or thoughts or whatever they might be within us. And why don't we try to feed the one that is empowering and encouraging, that's not breaking us down, that's not telling us false words, false ideas. So choose who we're going to feed. Let's just breathe, dropping into the heart, ruled by the air element. Gemini moves quickly, it's ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is a very fast planet. That air that takes it here and there and everywhere. Tune into the purpose of air, which allows us to move, allows the prana to move. Harnessing that air quality to serve us. All the while feeding that twin that we want to encourage us, and maybe even finding that we have twins that are encouraging both of them. Maybe finding a deep presence in our practice tonight as we come into stillness, which can be one of the most challenging endeavors. continue with the breath. Feel the back of the heart grounding. The front and sides of the heart expanding. Our inner critic silencing. Tuning into being the witness. Watching our emotions rather than attaching to them. Or falling captive to emotions. We can watch them, observe them. Floating around like air. You feel as though you settled your breath. Hug your knees into your chest. I'm going to remove the sand back, so just wait for me to do that. And whenever you're ready, you can hug your knees in. There's no rush. You've got all night. Just hug those knees in. And now feel the back of the body on the ground. Maybe noticing the spine, from the base of the spine to the top of the spine. Let's bring awareness to our heart, to our physical heart. Let's bring awareness to our spiritual heart and our emotional heart. Now you can stay at the wall. We're going to come into figure 4. So if you want, bring the left foot to the wall and the right ankle on the left thigh, just below that left knee. And you can bend the left leg so the knee is bent, or you can keep it long if you want. If you bend it, you might be able to feel that if you scoot closer to the wall, you might get a deeper sensation on the right side of that outer hip. So lowering the foot down might stretch that outer right hip more. So lower the left foot and then bring that ankle below the knee. And you can find a figure 4 on the wall. So that's an option. And if you don't feel a stretch on the outer right hip, then maybe you want to come away from the wall, and then you can just hug the right knee into the chest with the right ankle on that leg. I love doing my Yin Yoga on the wall, so if this is feeling good for you tonight, then just stay on the wall. And then we'll settle and feel the back of the heart on the floor, the front of the chest towards the sky, and the sides of the heart expanding in our chest. I think it might be lovely to remind ourselves that our true nature is peace. Maybe saying to yourself and creating that neural pathway, or perhaps strengthening that neural pathway. I am peace. You can say that out loud to yourself. I am peace. Maybe allow peace to flood your system and just repeat that over and over. I am peace. As we drop into our figure 4 on the wall. Maybe you feel the breath in the stomach or in the chest. That air element, the vehicle for prana, our life source. I am peace. I am peace. Let's give ourselves a deep breath in, expanding the stomach, and let's pause at the top together. And then exhale, let it go. Another breath in, expand the stomach, breathe in. Exhale. And then breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Now we'll come into our rebound. So you can straighten that left leg as much as you can. Bring the right leg off of the left leg. And then maybe push yourself or just kind of come off the wall and bring yourself into your rebound, which is just like our shavasana. And stay close to the wall because we'll use it again here in a moment. Allow yourself to be still. Maybe you notice that flow of chi moving freely in the body. Perhaps bringing awareness to the heart. Let's breathe in and out, and in, out, and again, breathe in and out. Now you can stay in your rebound a little while longer if you want, or if you're ready, you can wiggle your way back to the wall. There's no rush. We're just going to come into that figure 4 on the other side. So now the right leg, the right foot's on the wall. The left ankle is below that right knee. You might find that the foot is higher this time than last time, and the butt isn't as close to the wall because maybe the side is a little tighter. Maybe it feels about the same. Wherever your body is, just meet it where it's at. And maybe this doesn't feel good, or you don't notice a stretch on the wall this time, and you can come away from the wall. But if you feel that stretch on the wall, stay at the wall. Let those shoulders come open and the heart rise. The mind begins to wonder, maybe you bring your awareness to the palms of the hands. You can open up the palms, extend the fingers in the inhale. Exhale, close the hands. Open the hands on the inhale. On the exhale, close the hands. Dropping into your flow and dropping into this side of the body. Maybe at some point you bring the right foot lower on the wall, or maybe you bring yourself closer to the wall. Can you come into a little deeper stretch? Maybe you stay where you're at. Remembering that deeper isn't always better, that we're here to just be. Yin Yoga is not our practice of striving or working. It's our Yin practice. It's our receptive practice. Sometimes we sit in discomfort. Sometimes a shape might not feel as good as another. We can learn to be with that discomfort on our mat and build that resilience off the mat. Really nice job, guys. Sometimes when we're in shape like this in this figure 4, we might feel ourselves feeling a little more certain on an energetic level to make decisions. If we've been mentally struggling with decision making, we might come out of our practice and a day or two later, or maybe even a minute or two after we finish our practice, we have clarity because this is opening our gallbladder meridian, which supports us in making decisions. So maybe deciding which wolf we want to feed. Let's give ourselves 3 more rounds of breath, however you want those breaths to feel, however long you want them to last. On your own, breathe 3 times, and when you're ready, find your rebound on your own. Maybe this rebound, we allow ourselves to feel the connectedness between our body and the energy that's flowing within. Let's bring our awareness to the right leg, to the left leg, to the right arm, the left arm, and then the entire front of the torso, the entire front of the body, the entire back of the body. Now the entire body is one. You can stay here as long as you'd like. Or if you're ready, let's come back to the wall. We're going to come into our dragonfly on the wall. So we just bring our feet up high and then just bring those feet apart, as wide apart as you want. And then rest those heels on the wall. Maybe you bring your hands to the inside of your thighs, and maybe you just rest your hands off to the side. Maybe you feel something in the adductors on the inside of the thigh. And if this isn't comfortable, if you don't like this dragonfly on the wall, then you can come to your seated. Just come into a seated expression. With legs far apart and can fold over. Let's breathe here, allowing ourselves to come into this supportive shape. So the liver meridian and the spleen meridians run along the insides of the legs. So this liver meridian is getting some awareness here. And that's healthy. That liver supports our creativity. That gallbladder meridian that we just attuned to with our figure 4, that carries out the decisions and kind of carries out the dreams of the creativity of the liver. So we're working those organs, they work in pairs. So maybe dropping in here to that creative voice within. As humans, we have an innate desire to create. So let's let that be so right now, just dropping in to the energy. We don't even have to think about what we want to create. We just drop into our bodies. I say just, but sometimes that's difficult, right? But let's just be in the shape. We'll just breathe in the shape. And that's all we need to do. Just be here now. And if the mind wanders and it needs an affirmation, maybe say, I was born to create, or I create. I was born to create. We can drop into our truth tonight, guys. Let's give ourselves 3 more breaths. And then as you're ready, as gently as possible, sometimes I bring my hands to the outside of the legs. I'm going to bend the knees slightly and just bring those feet together as I slightly bend. We'll make our way to a rebound. It might be more of like a flopping away from the wall or whatever works to find your rebound. We might be in this rebound just a couple of breaths longer as we let those legs. Rest here, the rebound. Noticing toes, soles of the feet, backs of the legs, knees, thighs, and the rest of the body. We're alive. So what does that really mean? Let's bring our awareness to our heart space, to our breath, to our being. And we'll breathe in and out 3 times, our own pace. Maybe following the breath deep inside of our heart. Hold my breath. Then as you're ready, we're going to make our way up to our stomachs. If you want to come onto your mat, you can. You can stay on the blanket, anywhere that's comfortable. This will come into our Sphinx. So maybe your Sphinx is the elbows underneath the shoulders. Maybe that's too much. Maybe you want to just lower down the belly and the ribs. And you want to just bring your hands under your chin. And rest your hands, or your chin on your hands. You can close your eyes here. So make this as yin as we can. As effortless as we can. Bringing some awareness to that low back. We're compressing our low back. And so we compress our low back. When we come into our rebound, that's what creates that hyaluronic acid. It's like the grease, the lubrication for our joints. So that's the power of compression in the system and the benefits of yin. If you don't feel comfortable in your Sphinx, then you can come into your supported bridge. And extend the legs long. And this can be intense. Some people like it. If you want, you can come into that compression. Otherwise, we'll surrender into our Sphinx. Maybe sigh into the heart and feel the heart in the body, behind the ribs, in front of the ribs, those ribs protecting our heart. Feel the life within the heart, the spiritual aspect, emotional, physical aspects of our heart. Letting go of fear. Sometimes fear hides out in that low back. We can squish our fear like we're squishing those vertebrae, just letting it go. Maybe thanking it for protecting us, thanking it for being there, but offering it to let go, to leave. Maybe we're following a different script now. Maybe our situation is safer now. Whenever you're ready, make your way to your back. Maybe the first thing you do is hug the knees into the chest and then come into your rebound. So whenever you're ready, let go of that fear and that low back. Hug the knees in, creating that space between those low vertebrae. And then find that shavasana whenever you're ready, that rebound. Maybe noticing the beating of the heart. Let's exhale. Inhale. And exhale, let's sigh out maybe all the way. Just when we think we're at the end of the breath, maybe let out that little bit that might be stored out in the lungs. Yep. And breathe again. And we're going to make our way back to our stomachs whenever you're ready. And also when we get there, we're going to maybe bring this right hand underneath the forehead like a pillow. And let's bring the left heel towards the glute and find that left foot with the hand. And maybe feel a stretch on that left top of the thigh. So that's one option. If you don't feel a stretch in the left thigh, the quad, then we can come into a little bit more active of a shape, which is our low lunge, and then find that foot at the glute. Otherwise, lay on your belly. You can drop into the yin aspect. Feel the heart. When we bend our knee like this, that's activating our stomach meridian. And our stomach supports us in getting nourishment out of our experiences. So let's drop into nourishment right now. Siphoning out and distilling down the nourishment from our day. Every little interaction, every input, every stimulus, we're going to draw out nourishment and let go of anything that we really don't even need. We didn't even know we were taking in on a subconscious level. Just let it go. Letting go of what we knew we took in. Dropping in nourishment and feeding that wolf that we want to win. Let's give ourselves 3 deep breaths and feel the belly pressing into the floor as we inhale. And exhale, let it depress back. Yes, let that foot go. You got it. Let it go with you. Use that last breath. You can stay on your stomach. Feeling your rebound. You made it. You're here. And thank your body for everything it's done your whole life to bring you to this point. Relax the shoulders, the face, and the arms. When you're ready, you can bring the head onto the left hand and bring the right hand to that right foot. You can come into low lunge with that right heel towards the glute. Relax. Sometimes when we breathe into the belly and we're on the front of our body, it brings up vulnerabilities and emotions that we didn't even know were there. So maybe we can remind ourselves that we're in a safer place and it's okay to feel and to let emotions bubble up, that we're all in this together, that we're all here together. And that it's totally normal to feel emotions, whether it's anger, sadness, envy, whatever it may be. When you're ready, you can let that right foot come to the ground and lay on your cheek. Maybe the arms are at the side, finding a rebound in the front of the body. This is our final rebound. So whenever you're ready for Shavasana, you can roll onto your back. You can set up your props as you need them. Maybe you just want to stay on your back, on your belly. Thanks. Maybe we allow our hearts to be light as they've been all day. Maybe just by saying to our hearts, you can rest. Feeling the support of the earth below. Feeling the power within our own being. Feeling the peace of our own being. Relaxing the fingers of the right hand, the right palm, the right wrist, the right elbow, the right shoulder. Relax the toes of the right foot, the sole of the right foot, the ankle, the entire right foot, the right calf, the right knee, the top of the right thigh, the back of the right thigh, the right hip, the right shoulder, the right side of the chest, the entire right side of the torso. Relax from the toes of the right foot to the shoulder, the right side to the right hand. Relax the right cheek, the right nostril, the right corner of the mouth, and the right side of the face. Relax the toes of the left foot, the sole of the left foot, the ankle, the left foot, the entire left foot. the left calf, the left shin, the left knee, the top of the left thigh, the back of the left leg. Soften the left hip. Relax the fingers of the left hand, the palm of the left hand, the left wrist, the left elbow, the left shoulder, the entire left arm. Relax. The left side of the chest, the left side of the torso. The left ear, the left side of the neck, the left eye, the left temple, the left side of the forehead, the entire left side of the face, the entire left side of the body. Relax the entire front side of the body, the entire back side of the body, the hips down, the hips up, the third eye point, the tip of the nose, the throat chakra, the heart, Manipura chakra, the sternum, Svadhisthana below the navel, and the Muladhara at the base of the spine. Just relax and sink into your subtle body. Allow the prana to move freely without obstruction. Bring healing to your deepest emotions, your deepest thought patterns, your deepest physical ailments. Allow the prana to flow without obstruction. Allow yourself to drop into your own prana, your own being. And feel your connection with everyone in this room. Feel our hearts connected as one. And just be with your heart, connected to all other hearts. I'll close class for us together. You can stay in Shavasana. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om.